If you see the headphones, that means I'm talking to the aliens. They send me information from the future. Huh? So I'll give you a science fiction idea about the future. It's science fiction, so whatever I'm saying here, it's science fiction. Sometimes in the future, the engineers and the smart people of the planet created a network of electrostatic generating devices, high intensity electrostatic devices that can generate large amount of static charged particles. So they blast pulses of electrostatic energy into the atmosphere, and they blast it into a very synchronized way from different points or nodes of the planet, different generators of the planet, using specific software that trigger these generators, so they can activate certain upper level wind, modifying the local weather. So based on the current and future and the past weather network experiences, they can manage to modify the wind pattern. Modifying the wind pattern will modify the areas covered by clouds. Clouds, storms, and these weather events can be altered by modifying the wind patterns, and the wind is being affected by the cloud cover, by the exposed areas of the land. So if you modify the upper level clouds and vapor, then you modify the exposed areas to the sun, areas that get heat up more than others, which causes difference in the pressure and causes change of the wind pattern, right? So naturally the sun UV rays and other sun activities will make changes in the wind pattern, but also the local weather is being affected by the terrain. So the sun is almost always the same heat, same UV, same other type of radiation, but according to the terrain and according to different other factors, we have this variability of the local weather events. But at a greater scale, the wind and the air, the currents movement, it's pretty consistent over the course of the year, or according to the seasons. But now these machines, this electrostatic generating machine based on the Tesla discoveries, can alter the weather events. Like I said, in different regions of the world, they have this high intensity electrostatic discharge which you cannot sense. Then also in certain areas they can generate a large amount of static energy that can be picked up by the trees, by the dry trees in certain areas, dry areas, and can be seen at the roots of the trees. So the trees will appear to light up because they are that charged. They are, the concentration of the static electricity is so high that the trees, especially the dry trees and the dry earth, cannot discharge that amount of energy. So this sudden charge can be seen locally, like a tree appear to catch fire, and some trees catch fire. And guess what? Some groups, secret organization, they are totally aware of these weather machines, and they are willing to pay large amount of money to change the social behavior. So if you have some sort of a natural disasters, of course you can modify the social behavior. People will stay at home, people will live with fear. So once you control the weather and the natural disaster, then you control the people's minds. Sometimes, like 100 years ago, during the 2021 or 2019, long time ago, humans created a virus to control the minds of the population, and they managed to keep everyone in fear. But now these days, there are more people on the planet. It's harder to manage so many souls. So with the weather events, if you pay enough tokens, if you can afford, then you can modify that. But the remaining farmers, the ones who fought to keep their land, they cannot afford, so they are at the mercy of these secret organizations. They're hoping that someday they might get rain as a byproduct of the using of these machines, because some areas get droughts, get some devastation, some areas will get intense rains. So the remaining farmers are hoping that the bad guys doing destructions wherever they want to control the world behavior might trigger some rain or some better weather into their area. Sort of like the old days, like 2000 years ago, something, people lived at the mercy of God. And at the time, people were using the services of shamans and other type of people praying and doing rituals to get the gods change the weather, so people would avoid disasters and would avoid death and suffering. But now you don't have to pray to a god in the sky anymore. You just have to have enough digital tokens. So you pay these bad guys who own this machinery, which were built in like in the years of 2000s or something, long time ago. And you just order the weather. And because the bad guys have more tokens, usually, generally these tokens are being stolen through other type of mafia style activities. Like they used to steal the money through the tax system, so they would take the money to use to buy weapons or pay the police to keep people in fear or whatever, that's the way it always worked like that. But it depends who is at the top and depends what type of currency they use. Some long time ago, like a primitive era, they would use, you give me a pig, I'll kill your neighbor, right? Now it's like they use some hacker, they get into steal some digital tokens or whatever methods they might use. They might use some sort of a legal methods to extort or to create tokens. I have no idea. Aliens don't tell me all that stuff. Some things I'm making up. And so the bad guys can always. I am not saying that the government people, they order change of the weather to be able to control the population. No, it's up to you to make up this type of assumption. I'm just saying. I'm just giving you the idea of the future of this weather machine that can be used instead of waiting for God. Or you're waiting for the shaman to do the prayer. You just say, you know what, I'll pay this service. The secret organization, I know some people, they know how to pay those guys, and it doesn't take long to keep everyone indoors, or it doesn't take long to be able to modify the shopping pattern, because people would buy more. Yeah, when they are in fear, they would go buy more. So if let's say the Toilet Paper Manufacturer Association want to sell more toilet paper, I'm just kidding. No, I'm making this thing up. Anyway, so talk to you later. I'm on my way. I'm driving long, so there's nothing else to do, and coffee triggers the alien talks. Hey, talk to you later. Bye bye.